Welcome to SVG-TV News for Tuesday, May 10th, 2016. I'm Laffer Fraser with the headlines. The safety of the students as well as the staff of the Carnival Government School continue to be of great concern due to structural damage. On Saturday, SVG Television's Bhavin Oliver, who was on assignment in Carnival, used the opportunity to look into the situation at the school and spoke to several officials there on steps that will be taken to address the matter.
Walls and flooring as well as the rusted roof have prompted parents and guardians of students attending the Carnival Government School to keep their children at home for safety concerns. President of the Carnival Island Development Council, Terry Bino, told us that urgent steps need to be taken to create a safer environment for the students and teachers of the school.
We've heard Mr. Snag on the radio speaking about the issue that engineers would be sent. We see them. Saw they came yesterday, Friday. We were not told anything. I guess they has to report back to the authorities, and they would take steps from there on. Well, the class that is more affected right now is the class that are going to do the exam, CPA exam. We see that the teacher was outside under the tree with them. Nothing is bad going under a tree for a class, because we did that a lot in our days, where you have fresh breeze and you're a bit more comfortable in that environment. We learned in the situations like that before, so it's not a bad thing. Our concern is the school structure and the safety of all involved.
Director of Grenadine Affairs, Edwin Snag, says his government is committed to the safety of all Vincentians and is awaiting a report from the engineers of BRAXA, the Roads, Building and General Services Authority, to determine what steps can be made.
Because we got to be rational in our thoughts here, and we got to deal with this thing in a practical way. I mean, certainly the school is almost 50 years old. One would expect, a building that age, and particularly the type of construction that was done in the Grenadines at the time. I mean, you see sand and all this sort of thing. So there may be some structural defects. But again, I am not an engineer. I cannot jump to that sort of conclusion, and the report definitely would come from the engineers at BRAXA. I think following that, the government has a responsibility, and the government will not abdicate its responsibility where it comes to the children of the nation and it comes to education. And particularly when there is an issue with safety, the safety and the protection of life and limb is of primary importance, and that will be dealt with in that particular manner.
Meanwhile, parliamentary representative of the Southern Grenadines, Terence Oliver, pointed out that the current situation at the school creates a sense of uneasiness for parents, students and teachers, and is calling for the government to have the matter addressed quickly and thoroughly.
It seemed, to be unsafe. That is why they're outside. Some people have taken the opportunity to go outside on the tree or any little area that they can get that you have shade to carry on the teaching learning process. So I think a thorough investigation needs to be done, because the shifting has been reported, has been going on years now. So something, some form of investigation where they're going to get engineers and other people to look at the building structurally to see what is wrong and what is causing the cracks. And then if you say that it is safe, then, we would accept it as that.
For SVG Television Evening News, I am Bhavin Oliver.
Meanwhile, a representative of BRAXA told SVG-TV News earlier today that a report from an assessment carried out on the school structure will be made available tomorrow, after which the necessary steps will be taken. Without sound financial support, a business will not survive for any sustainable period of time. That's the view shared with business leaders here by President of the Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Wayne Hull, as his organization held a cocktail last evening at the official residence of the Prime Minister to commemorate the opening of its inaugural financial fair. Hull told the gathering that the fair seeks to introduce entrepreneurs to expert advice on how to secure financing.
Finance, as we say it, is like the lifeblood of a business. It's something similar to how oxygen is taken around, and without that cash, that business cannot thrive or even survive over a sustainable long-term future. We also will share with the business the financial acumens that are important to the economy, and how that helps to drive a healthy economy in terms of sourcing of finance. We can start from like the banks, look at other sources like equity financing, which comes from sources that are not traditional. The fair is also an occasion where information can be garnered about control and management and finance to help improve on future businesses.
He also added that the fair would not only expose the entrepreneurs to expert advice, but also equip them with the knowledge on the key role they play in the financial sector.
So the event will be in three folds. One, we'll have the exhibitors, and these would leverage the services for expansion and growth for the service providers to expand their services and to fund investment opportunities to entrepreneurs. We also want to express or have the attendees who come to the forum to understand their role in function and components that comprise of the finance sector, and two, to look at the local economy and how those tie in to financing.
Also giving remarks was Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, who stated that his government has a special place of importance in its developmental narrative for private sector organizations. Prime Minister Gonsalves said his government works closely with private sector organizations, particularly the Chamber of Industry and Commerce, as they play an important role in the development of the country's financial sector.
And we see the Chamber as having a series of important roles in assisting in the creation of wealth, in the creation of jobs, and to assist us in ensuring that there is an environment for the private sector to thrive, both local and foreign.
The 19th meeting of the Council for Foreign and Community Relations, of COFCOR, closed here today at the Beachcombers Hotel. In attendance were representatives from new entrants to the bloc, such as Haiti and Jamaica, as well as international foreign ministers from countries such as the Netherlands and Sweden. This comes as requests are being made for the broadening of new ties with the respective territories. The two-day event was launched with Caribbean Community, or CARICOM, Secretary General Erwin LaRocque, signaling the need for fresh associations and the reinforcing of old ones. Incoming chairman of the Foreign Ministry of the OECS, Sir Louis Straker, called for continued unification to make the region great.
Of the COFCOR, I hope to see the development of more definitive and proactive mechanism put in place for the coordination of regional foreign policy. Therefore, colleagues, in opening this meeting, I issue a call to us to reaffirm our commitment to enhancing our intra-regional engagement in order to accomplish the business of making our region great for the benefit of our people.
Some of the frontline protesters commemorated their 150th day today with a demonstration in front of the Beachcombers Hotel, where the CARICOM meeting was taking place. The protesters say that they will not only picket in front of the electoral office, but wherever they can to highlight issues affecting the country.
She is being threatened. They should not have no meeting here with no foreign ministers, because that government is an illegal government.
I've shown my support in respect of the objection of Ralph Gonsalves and his political regime conducted meetings on behalf of St. Vincent and Grenadines.
I mean, CARICOM has to be sensitive about the welfare of all CARICOM nationals. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines right now, I believe that we're held hostage to a regime that all they're trying to do is keep out of the way of the leader of the New Democratic Party, because they know there's a lot there to be investigated. We were successful in the message we wanted to portray.
Executive members of the SVG Teachers Cooperative Credit Union at a media conference earlier today addressed issues relating to the progress of the union over the last year. It was pointed out that the credit union saw an increase in surplus and overall financial performance, the highest in the last 5 years. According to the executive, this is an indication of prudent financial management, good governance, and efficient management of the credit union. President of the SVG-TCCU, Sister K. Martin Jack, encourages persons to take advantage of the number of services provided by the credit union.
Our school savings plans, our retirement saving plans. We also have the junior savers and recently introduced adolescent savings plan, the ASP. And this is designed for children from birth through to secondary school. Now, in this plan, the minimum amount saved would be $10 a month, and this comes along with benefits such as a discount at the bookshop, 5%, and 5% interest paid per annum. We also have the revolving credit loan, and this is designed to make cash available to you at your convenience. One can get up to $5,000 and can be topped up with no additional loan application required. We also have our bookshop. Please pay a visit to the Teachers Cooperative Credit Union, where we have the best prices on book.
With the growth of the credit union, Jack says they have started to give cash rebates to members.
We can proudly say that we'll be offering a 4% cashback rebate for 2016. Members will have 3 months to collect, and if not collected after 3 months, all rebates will be transferred to the member's loan balance. This is the very first time the Teachers Cooperative Credit Union are giving back cashback rebates.
She also took the opportunity to speak about the credit union's new website, which provides further information on the services offered.
Recently, the new website was launched at our 38th AGM. The domain name is www.tccusvg.com. So you can browse our website, see what our services are, and you can also apply for membership online.
The SVG Police Cooperative Credit Union held its annual general meeting earlier today to discuss the business of the credit union. President of the credit union, Junior Simmons, said the organization continues to make strides and has improved tremendously over the years, and commended shareholders and persons involved for their determination and efforts toward the growth of the credit union.
PCCU is safe, secure, and strong. For the financial year ending December 2015, the Police Credit Union has practically seen growth in all the areas of operation, and every one of you must be commended for this splendid achievement. During our first meeting for 2015, the board and management adopted the slogan, Lean for 2015. We stuck to it throughout the year, and therefore I am happy to report the good news to you today, our shareholders. This achievement, brothers and sisters, doesn't happen very often in financial institutions, but we at the PCCU have done it, and we are very happy and we must be commended for that.
Simmons further outlined that one of their big accomplishments is an increase in deposits and junior savers who have joined their Junior Savers Challenge program.
One of the things that have been most pleasing to the officers of this credit union is the marked increase both in the deposits and numbers of junior savers who continues to join the PCCU Junior Savers Challenge program. This initiative, which began under the tenure of past President, Brother Brenton Smith, and past Manager, Brother Daniel Robinson, has now blossomed into one of PCCU's most attractive products.
Station Sergeant Cheryl James of the RSVG Police Force is of the view that the greater freedom given to boys compared to girls in the home is encouraging poor behavior among males in society. Sergeant James was a panelist on Sunday's Hits Talk program, in which the issue of conflict and the youth was being discussed.
I think it's a cultural thing where parents will try to cage up the girls, and it is for fear of pregnancy and all of that. On the other hand, the youngsters are allowed because they can have many girlfriends, they can lie on the block, they can go to a party, they can socialize with their friends, they can consume alcohol. And so I think that has to do a lot with us here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's more of protecting the girls from teenage pregnancy and all of that. And unlike the boys who can get some couple girls pregnant, still continue his education, and he's macho. In our culture, some persons would think he's macho because you have several girls, he got them pregnant, he's still in school, and I think that is the main reason.
Right.
And then there's certain gender roles and responsibility where they have certain things. The girls have to learn to do the cooking, the washing, the cleaning the house, and all of that. Maybe the guy might go run to the shop, get whatever little there is. But unless he lives where in the countryside where he has to go and probably assist with the animals and all of that, he's free. After school he comes in and he gets something to eat, and he might throw his shorts over his shoulder, his pants under his buttocks, as you would notice in a lot of cases, and he's on the block, he's lying, nobody's looking for him.
David Muhammad, an author, agreed with the police station sergeant and further added that while young women may not have as much freedom as young men, statistics show that girls often outperform their male counterparts in a number of fields, particularly academics, and steps need to be taken to get the young males more involved in productive work.
The overprotection that the girls receive and the apparent freedom that the boys have, girls have and are excelling way beyond boys in academic performance. You have a 30-to-1 male to female ratio in the prison system, and then you have almost 75% of the graduates out of the university are female in comparison to male. Also, the females are graduating with higher qualifications and better grade point averages than the male.
Police here are investigating a robbery at a business place in capital Kingstown yesterday evening. According to reports reaching SVG-TV News, at around 5:30 p.m. on Monday, May 9th, 2016, two men entered the popular trade shop Cashwiz, pretending to be customers, and then proceeded to rob the store of a large amount of cash and other items, including the security camera footage. The police told SVG-TV News today that the matter is now in the hands of the Major Crime Unit, who is conducting the investigation. In an effort to help alleviate hunger and poverty in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Digicel SVG partnered with Tusty Water to feed hungry children across the country. Tusty Water, through its Start Bright Breakfast initiative, provides free school breakfast to some 60 children daily in 12 primary schools across SVG. This particular project saw the country being broken down into zones. Each zone was assigned a code, and persons were asked to text the code of the school in their zone to make a contribution of $1 to the breakfast initiative. And on Wednesday, May 4th, a total of 14 Digicel customers received tokens of appreciation for their contribution to the cause, 10 of whom won Subway vouchers for breakfast for 5 business days, while the other 4 Digicel customers were awarded Android phones and free Digicel credit. The Guinness Posse Band and Black Rave 2016 was launched earlier today. Organizers are promising Carnival revelers at these events an even better time than last year, as they plan to bring more energy, vibrance, and entertainment. The Guinness Posse Band package for 2016 includes special items to make the experience on Carnival Monday more memorable, as stated by Shafia London, the regional commercial brand manager of the SVG Brewery Limited.
We will be elevating and pushing boundaries to not only bring you one band, but 2 bands, 1 brand. We will be representing our hardcore and raw fans who know how to party and enjoy everything that embodies the true spirit of Guinness. But also, we will be presenting an ultra premium band, Guinness Posse HD, which will represent the person who wants to experience Guinness at an elevated level of VVIP experience on the streets of Kingstown. Guinness Posse packages will be sold for $45 and will include an official Guinness bag, Guinness bandana, Guinness glow stick, Guinness glow bottle, Guinness Glow necklace, Guinness Glow t-shirt, safety pack, snacks, popsicles, unlimited Guinness, drinks from the St. Vincent Brewery Limited, Black Barrel rum shots, and of course top line Guinness Entertainment.
This year, the Guinness Posse Band has partnered with Black Rave, hosted by reigning soca monarch Gamal Skinny Fabulous Doyle. He said Black Rave 2016 will be a very enjoyable event and will be held under the theme 15 Years of Skinny Fabulous, as he reflects on his journey as a soca artist. He encourages persons to come out and support the local artists in a new era of regional recognition.
I'll be celebrating 15 years officially in soca music. I've been doing music for a much longer time, but it's 15 years now since I've entered the soca arena per se. And what we're doing is we're putting together a 15-year of Skinny Fabulous production. Normally, Black Rave, I close the show and it's normally a tight half-an-hour set. This year, I'm planning to do a full production, minimum 1 hour, a full Skinny Fabulous concert. So the theme really and truly is 15 years of Skinny Fabulous music, Black Rave, back to black. So I just encouraging everybody to come out and support the Vincentian artists, and let's not even focus on the beanie and the lava. I think we should all celebrate the 15 years of Skinny Fabulous and celebrate the fact that we have been leading and inspiring other countries in how they produce music in the last 5 years.